Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to Officer Adda 24/7. I hope आप सब अच्छे होंगे. So welcome to this special session that today we are hosting with Murugan sir. And this is really very important session उन सब के लिए जो कि RBI circulars के लिए wait करते हैं, right? So before we move ahead, I would request जल्दी से आप इस session को एक बार share कर दें among your Telegram group, Facebook group, WhatsApp group, among your friends या colleagues जो भी आपके साथ connected है, so that we can help you with RBI circulars, right? And also this is a special session with Murugan sir, तो जरूर हमें उनके बहुत सारे suggestions मिलेंगे, advice मिलेगी, which will help us to excel our career, right? तो जल्दी से एक बार share कर दे और मुझे confirm कर दे that audio and video everything seems perfect. Chat में एक बार confirm करते जाइए. Okay. So when everything is perfect, let's introduce Murugan sir. Though he doesn't need any introduction, he's a well-known name among bankers, right? So very good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, very good afternoon, Priyanshu. Very good afternoon to all.
So RBI circulars का अगर हम लोग discuss करें, like how important are these RBI circulars for the purpose of JAIIB exam or CAIIB exam or any other exam? This is one question. Or the importance of these circulars even if you don't have any exam, because I'm sure इनका जो circulars का updation है ये professional career में भी बहुत important है, right? So कितना ज़्यादा important है RBI के circulars?
Yeah, mainly if you are going for only for exam point of view, for the last around 5-6 years we are going through JAIIB CAIIB exams, and we could easily find that lot of questions have been coming from these circulars only, apart from the books. Because they are regularly updated. You take anything like housing loan, rationalization of housing loan and so on. Yeah, basically, yeah, you take priority sectors, yeah, you take incentive for fake note and all. So anything, whichever the things you are taking it up, it has to come from the RBI or any other regulatory bodies. So mostly the 90% of the updates and circular in the banking and finance industries will be only from the RBI. So in those point of view, like people, those who are only going through the books, they will definitely miss out so many things if they are not aware of all those things. Like we remember last year, around 1 year back, we released one small PDF file with some 15 pages, 20 pages or something like that, only with the updates from the RBI. So those things were very much helpful to a lot of students. They called me also, so many people, that they were not aware of all those developments. Because of the main reason that they cannot go through all those updates, all those circulars happening in around and released by RBI. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to bring we're trying for online sessions every week. Mostly we will try to compile one single topic about some RBI circular, and we will try to go through entire circular within around 30-40 pages, PDF files, PPTs, and we will try to explain to the students what is there and what updates were happened for last 3-4 years in that particular circular, so that they should be aware of things and they should be well aware before going for the exams. And apart from exams, though they are not involved in exam also, they may be definitely into the banking industry. And it will be 100% useful to them, because they have to live with that circulars only, always. They are the only updates which are directly affecting them. So in any way, whether you are going for the exam, whether you are not going for the exam, if you are in the banking and finance industry, you must be knowing all those developments which are happening, and the latest RBI circulars, latest SEBI, like IRDA, AMFI circulars, everything. Whatever the things regulatory bodies are giving, you must be aware of all those things. That's the only reason that we are trying to bring up all these sessions.
Correct. So these circulars are not only important for JAIIB, not only important for CAIIB. अभी recently PNB and Bank of India का credit manager का भी post आया है. वहां पर भी they have asked for 6 months RBI circular update. मतलब they may ask questions from these circulars. तो and again then I remember कि banking में भी जो प्री रिक्रूटमेंट का एरिया होता है, where you prepare for IBPS PO, right, और IBPS clerk, SBI PO, SBI clerk, वहां पर भी सर्कुलर से क्वेश्चन आते हैं. RBI grade B, then you say SEBI, you say in सारे papers में you will find that RBI circulars have always been asked in the entire banking industry exam, whether it is pre-recruitment or post-recruitment. तो दोनों ही area में these questions have been asked, so it is really important to prepare them. And one more thing that is really important is to understand them. एक major problem आता है that these circulars are very lengthy, and you need someone as expert, right, to explain you these, because you can read them. रीड करने में किसी को भी दिक्कत नहीं है, आप भी पढ़ सकते हैं, मैं भी पढ़ सकती हूँ, बट द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग ओवर हियर इज नॉट टू रीड इट बट टू टेक दी पॉइंट्स फ्रॉम दिस कि कौन सा पॉइंट इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसका एग्जैक्टली क्या मीनिंग है, और ये आपको एक बैंकर से अच्छा कोई नहीं समझा सकता, बिकॉज दे हैव अ प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपोजर विद दीज सर्कुलर्स. And so is Murugan sir there, having a varied experience of banking industry at various posts. तो उनको इतना अच्छा knowledge है बैंकिंग के टर्म्स का, बैंकिंग के प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपोजर का, दैट ही इज द बेस्ट पर्सन टू एक्सप्लेन दीज सर्कुलर्स इन अ डिटेल्ड मैनर. नाउ द प्रॉब्लम इज कि जब हम पढ़ने बैठते हैं सर, तो इफ इवन आई स्टार्ट रीडिंग द सर्कुलर, इट इज सो लेंथी दैट कि यू कीप रीडिंग, बट उसमें से प्रॉपर पॉइंट्स क्या है विच आर रियली इंपॉर्टेंट, विच आई शुड पॉन्डर ओवर, वो मिस हो जाता है. Right, so I think that would be a great help from your side, right, when you are taking these sessions. And the best part is कि अभी तक जितने भी सेशंस होते थे वो हम लोग लेते थे, बट इस बार जो हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स है, he is only taking these sessions. So it is Murugan sir who is taking all these sessions, and he will be explaining you in detailed manner how to read the circulars, what is important, what is not important. He is doing all that. He's taking all that efforts to read them, to compile them, and to bring the key points जिनको बस आप पढ़ के एग्जाम के लिए जा सकते हो. I think, am I correct, sir?
Exactly. No more thing apart from whatever we discussed already. Nowadays, the customers, even they are well aware. Means they were well aware of all the circulars and the latest developments. I came across a lot of incidents during COVID time. Whatever the relaxations, something given by the government, at least by the RBI, as a banker, people were not aware of those things. But the customers who are well aware of things, then that may bring up a lot of controversies. They will be directly coming and bomb on you because you are not aware of the development. And the person who are already aware of the latest surplus, they will be definitely taking a upper hand on you. That is the main thing. You will feel totally humiliated in front of all staff members and everybody in case such occurrence happens in the branch. So to keep everything away, you have to update yourself, so that it will be means you can boldly sit on your chair, like whatever comes, whoever comes, I'm able to reply on those things, and I'll be able to do my duty thoroughly. Yeah, that is the main idea.
Yeah. So that is really nice of you to combine all these circulars together, because कई बार तो ये भी नहीं पता चलता सर कि कौन सा circular आया है. Right, many of us are like, we all layman, right, we're not so much into circulars like you are. Right, so हम लोग को पता ही नहीं चल पाता है कि क्या अपडेट हुआ है. Rather, this might even happen with us that at times, as you said, that today the customers are actually updated. So many a times the student would come to us and say कि मैम ये वाला circular था, इसमें इतना updation हुआ था. So this is something कि if we are not updated, right, in that case we can assume कि ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग होंगे जो नहीं update रख पाते होंगे, because we all are following a very hectic schedule, and sitting and reading a circular will take time, right? And today in the world of technology, we have so many social media platforms that they take up more time than to devote it onto a circular. But yes, someone who's narrating those circulars to us with all the key pointers, explaining us in a detailed manner, would be the blessings to all of those who are in need of such things. Now, like if you have an exam of PNB, अगर आपका Bank of India का exam है, आपका JAIIB का exam है, CAIIB का exam है, यहाँ से ये circulars आते हैं. So I remember many of the questions in AFB also. There is a module D, sir. You are well aware of it, of banking operation. तो वहाँ पे updated questions आ जाते हैं. So at times you are not updated about it. तो हम तो answer tick कर आ गए, right? Let's say the old answer, but updation हो गया था, and we were not aware. और हमें लग रहा है कि हमारा ये question तो right ही होना चाहिए था. So it will be help also and awareness to all these candidates. Bankers who are preparing or looking forward for these circulars. Now, my question is, from a student point of view, what are the benefits I'll get if I enroll in this batch?
Yeah, exactly. We will be having a session every week on Sunday. So mostly RBI surplus 1 or 2 weeks. One we are trying for taking from the what latest development in the financial industry, entire financial industry, not only from the RBI circular point of view, entire financial industry, whatever happening in and around. And we are trying to take some bank bank digest, some books where they release, especially for the bankers. From there, we may try to like it's actually a package kind of thing. Like we'll be having 1 hour every week on Sundays. We will try to cover all those things which will be useful for their banking career. Mostly, like all circulars from the regulatory bodies. Then the latest developments in the particular fortnight. We are planning for a fortnightly development. So twice in a week, we may have the latest current. You can take as the current affairs of finance and banking and finance, and all those other around those things which will be helpful to their banking career. Yep.
So it will be, the session will be either once in a week or
once in a week.
once in a month.
Yeah, once in a week on every Sunday.
Okay, every Sunday. Oh, that is very nice. So it will be on every Sunday. So this is good, sir. That एक Sunday जो रहता है वो थोड़ा सा relaxing हो जाता है, and they're even free. They can give time on that day.
And all your live classes, if they could not attend to, they could not join, they will be as it is having that recorded video. And we will be providing the PDF files also for the entire session, like what are the contents, so they can go through the circular in a very crisp form. It will be around 15 to 20 pages at the max. So means they can very easily go through that particular circular instead of going through a lengthy, means 40, 50 pages. Otherwise, also it's a very complicated thing to go through and understand. So we will be putting up in a PPT, a PDF file with only the pointers. So that will be very easy for them to understand also.
But this is really nice. It contains all the current affairs and this goes long for 1 year. Right, so all the operations for a year is really good. And मैं तो बोल रही हूँ ये उन लोगों के लिए भी नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं कि अगर आपका JAIIB CAIIB clear हो गया है, then also this will help you to enhance your knowledge. You will remain the part of the industry because you are aware of all the changes that are taking place. And someone reading for them is the blessing always. Right, मेरे को बड़ा अच्छा लगता है कि कोई मुझे important points बता दे.
Mainly because it's all due to the practical experience only. The people felt a lot of things during this COVID issue. And so many things like our digital banking area, NEFT and RTGS and all, NEFT they changed. Like it was in 1 hour batch up to only some 6-7 batches. Then they increased. Then they made us 24 into 24 into 24, 24 into 7. And they made it into half an hour batch. Means it went to 48 batches in a day. These are all things people were not aware immediately when it released. Of course, during the course of time, after 2-3 months, you will be able to understand. But what will happen in between that time? Some customer comes with the entire knowledge, then they started arguing with you. Then that may be the very horrible situation. That is the only reason every week we will update so that the entire things development, whatever the happening in that particular week, particular fortnight, that will be updated to them immediately.
And also, sir, there are many technical terms when you go through these circulars, right? So I'm sure that with, under your guidance, what technical terms भी हम लोग को बहुत easy लगने लगेगा.
That will also be good because as you are choosing a field like you are going for a bank, you should be thorough. That's what I believe. If you are going to the field, somebody should not come and overpower you. That should never happen. Because mostly what around 70 to 80% of people are already they are heading a branch. They are branch managers. So they should be aware of all those developments. Otherwise, they will be having a very tough time.
Correct. And this is also important for the pre-recruitment area. मतलब मेरे को तो लगता है कि ये students के लिए जो कि prepare कर रहे हैं banking, ये उन लोगों के लिए भी बहुत helpful रहेगा. Why? Because major problem वही आता है sir. जैसे what is NEFT, what is RTGS, we know, but actual में क्या process है, वो वही बता सकते हैं, who have actually experienced it internally, right? So if you ask me any process of Adda 24/7, I would be the best one to answer it because I'm working there. Similarly, bank से related जितना भी process है, terms है, कैसे होता है, many a times students are not able to connect with us in that case. Why? Because उनको चाहिए पूरा practically आप मुझे बताओ कि क्या क्या एक step होता होगा. And वो तो वही बता सकते हैं जो कि बैंक में वर्क कर रहे हैं या जिनके पास बैंक का अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है. तो आई थिंक यू आर अ बेस्ट मेंटर फॉर ऑल दोस who are looking forward for such help, because यहाँ पे एक बार RBI सर्कुलर्स का जो टर्मिनोलॉजीज है ना, वो अगर आपने वो कवर कर लिया, आई थिंक मेनी थिंग्स विल टर्न आउट वेरी इजी फॉर यू, राइट? सो बिकॉज जैसे ट्रेजरी बिल्स है, ये सारे टर्म्स आप सुनते हो, बट कोई प्रैक्टिकली अगर आपको इनसे कनेक्ट कर दे कि एक्चुअल में प्रोसेस क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, विद सम प्रैक्टिकल एग्जांपल्स, आई थिंक दैट्स द बेस्ट वे ऑफ लर्निंग, right?
Exactly. Because they may not be aware of also, because all the bankers, they don't have exposure to treasury and SEBI area, market operations and all, because they are mostly into their day-to-day regular banking only. In that way, we will try to cover up all those things like EXIM, like LCs, CDs, CPs. These all things are not used regularly in the banking. There may be some places like Forex. Those who are dealing with the Forex, they will only be aware of all those Forex operations. Those who are working in treasury, they will be only knowing all this treasury operations. So this kind of things we will try to impart to everybody, so that all are aware of all these things.
Right. So those who are not aware of the features of this package, let me tell you that ये जो package है, this is for a year. तो आपके जो पूरा साल का सर्कुलर्स है वो सर कवर करने वाले हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि इट इज फॉर 3 months और 6 months. इट्स अ होल 1 year पैकेज, जहां पे आपने आज एनरोल करा तो पूरे अगले 1 साल तक सर आपको अपडेट करेंगे. एंड आई वुड से कि अगर आप बैंकर हैं, आप नॉन बैंकर हैं, मतलब अगर आप बैंकर है, यू आर एसोसिएटेड विद बैंक्स, आप नॉन बैंकर है एंड यू आर विलिंग टू एसोसिएट विद द बैंक, यू आर गिविंग सच एग्जाम, इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर बोथ ऑफ देम, बिकॉज ये सर्कुलर्स आपका नॉलेज अपडेशन करेंगे, right? आपको एग्जाम्स में हेल्प करेंगे. इफ यू आर गिविंग सम अदर एग्जाम, लेट्स से इफ यू आर इवन गिविंग an exam related with risk management, you're taking a certification in it, you're taking a certification in KYC or AML, so all these terminologies आपको फुल फॉर्म पता होगा, आपको पता है KYC is know your customer, बट वहां पे क्या अपडेशन आया, what was the previous provision, what is the recent update that has taken place, what was the ideology behind that updation, everything would be explained to you, and this gives a good coverage. तो मे बी वो पूरा आइडियोलॉजी आपको एग्जाम में ना पूछा जाए, लेकिन आपको बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट में वो हेल्प करेगा, बिकॉज व्हेन यू स्टार्ट रिलेटिंग ना कि अच्छा, बिकॉज केवाईसी इज नॉट अ स्टैंड अलोन कॉन्सेप्ट, केवाईसी का यूज मल्टीपल कॉन्सेप्ट्स में हो रहा है, एएमएल का यूज काफी सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स में हो रहा है, तो यू विल गेट अ बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ these terminologies and concepts once you are thorough with the circulars. And always circulars are important for all the exams, whether you talk about pre-recruitment, you talk about post-recruitment, हर जगह पे आपको इनकी importance continuously realize होगी, because अभी अगर आप सर देखो तो standard हर एग्जाम में दिया होता है 6 months RBI circulars, right? तो वो हमेशा दिया ही होगा, so it will be always helpful for them. And the best thing is कि this is not a regular class, कि हर दिन आपको एक टाइम निकालना है अपने hectic schedule में से, because all the bankers are going through a tough schedule. So we recently had a small felicitation program for the bankers, and all of them were saying the same thing, that सुबह जाने का टाइम है but लौट कर आने का टाइम अभी नहीं है. So they are not sure at what time they'll come back. So I think एक weekday में पूरा working week जो रहता है वो बहुत tough हो जाता है. But sir, I think again that comes from the experience, right? He is well aware with the banking culture. तभी उन्होंने Sunday opt करा है, where he knows that the bankers will be able to manage sometime. Still again, if you are not able to manage that day, Sunday को अगर भी आप उस पर्टिकुलर टाइम को नहीं मैनेज कर पा रहे तो भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Why? Because you will get a recorded video of it. तो वो जो recorded video है वो आप कितनी बार भी देख सकते हैं, पूरा 1 year तक आपके पास रहेगा, तो आप पूरा 1 साल तक उस रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो को देख सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं. ठीक है, मिस हो जाता है कभी, डोंट ट्राई टू क्विट देम, बिकॉज the classes are live sessions and these are interactive sessions. So interactive sessions में क्या होगा, you will be directly able to communicate to Murugan sir. आप उनसे वहीं पर डाउट पूछ सकते हैं and he will be able to help you. तो वो आपको एक अच्छा कनेक्ट भी बनाएगा. रिकॉर्डेड में थोड़ा सा ये हो जाएगा कि it is like आप सर ने बोला और आपने सुन लिया, but I'm sure when two bankers are sitting, right, they have so many doubts, because उन लोगों को internal culture पता है and they may have good questions. Right, I am thinking I'll also join these sessions, because मुझे तो वो curiosity हो रहा है कि वो जो questions आएंगे, they would be so good that I will also learn something. So this is really nice. I am sure that this will help you. This will enhance your learning skills. Right, this is more of adding a feather to your skill वाला बात है. And exam के साथ साथ exam का भी आपका preparation होता रहेगा. and you can identify yourself, you can differentiate among others कि हाँ मुझे अच्छे से पता है. And this is again a good thing when you're sitting in bank and कोई discussion होता है and you say कि देखो ये वाले circular में ये update आया था. Gives a good impression as well, and you feel self confident कि हाँ मुझे बहुत सारा idea है. So will this even help in promotion, internal promotion exams?
100%, because the promotion during promotion interviews, they normally go through only these RBI circulars.
Okay.
Only the latest developments. Apart from those, the normal banking knowledge, normal banking, this one they will be already having because they are working on that. Only the latest development and going through the circulars is very much difficult for them. And I just missed out. Apart from those like banking updates and RBI circulars, we will also be giving some very important like tips kind of thing for the newly promoted branch managers, newly promoted from clerical to officers. Those kind of, because what will happen, suddenly you have been promoted as a branch in charge and you are not at all having any exposure of heading a branch, you land up in so much of problems. There are so many things like from handling keys of your branch and taking recovery initiatives of NPA borrowers and all other things. That though a lot of things needs to be understood before taking charge of a branch. Also from clerical to you have been promoted to assistant manager. You have been given in charge of assistant manager means you are normally a wall teller. Means what? Accountant. The entire cash transaction will be routed through you only. So a lot of complications are available. The head cashiers and all other things, you have to manage them. You are only the front person. Who are the customers come, you are only responsible. Branch manager will be looking after all those banking activities. So these kind of things, updates, this kind of tips, practically how you can handle all those things also we will be coming up with 1 or 2 sessions in the
So it's like professional guidance as well.
Yeah, definitely. They are very much needed nowadays because a lot of things are happening. For without their fault, people are, so many people got suspended, so many people got punishments, so many things are happening around because they were not knowing exactly what should be done. So that all the issues. Some assistant manager means accountant and all the key to a cashier. Yeah, a cashier and all the key to accountant. So both the keys were with some person. And he means run away with some money and all. So many things are happening around. So you should be aware what you are supposed to do, what you are not supposed to do, and you should be very much strict to that. That is the only option nowadays in the banking area. Practical aspects are always available, but that will be only applicable to branch manager, not to everybody. Because they can't allow, like if your person is coming 4 o'clock, 4.4 o'clock, 1 minute, you are not supposed to disperse not even a single money to you if the 4 o'clock is the business hours. But there are situations very loyal customers, means very frequent customer is approaching at 4, 5, 4, 10. There are so many situations that we allow. Normally the branch manager will allow. So that all the powers with the branch manager. So in case you are allowing also as a cashier or assistant manager, you have to get the permission from the branch manager. These are things at least you must have. In case situation goes wrong, at least you are safe in some way. That's why we'll be trying to address all other things also. Yeah.
And sometimes, we are even looking forward for such help, right? Maybe this can help them to, maybe they would not have encountered the situation, but future mein kabhi bhi hota hai, then they are well aware what they have to do, right? That would give them confidence as well. That's nice. That's really nice, sir. बहुत wide coverage है, very nice, sir. This is really going to be wonderful because it is not only a session. Sir is even offering you pura professional consultancy to how to enhance your career, like along with the growth. Because as he said, I was not aware about this, but when he said that it is not only about internal promotions, it is also about the interviews. Now these interviews vary from scale 3, 4. तो यहाँ पर भी जो आपके स्केल लेवल पे है, यहाँ पर भी आपको बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प करने वाला है because that's what is asked in the interviews also. तो internal आपके जो interview अगर हो रहे हैं या फिर standard level पे हो रहे हैं, I remember sir, even in when we used to help candidates for the interview, वहाँ पर भी जो सर आते थे वो बहुत सारे questions पूछते थे with respect to RBI circulars. So he used to say कि जो recent circulars आए हैं उसमें से questions पूछे जाते हैं. to check whether you're really updated that much, like you're showing that interest in banking area or not, कि वहां पे जो अपडेशन हुआ है वो आपको पता है या नहीं पता. And they used to trick students asking the terminologies. And वहीं पे थोड़ा सा because जैसे अगर आप मुझे बोलो कि नेक्स्ट पे कितने बैच है, मैं बोल दूंगी 48, ठीक है, because you told me or I read it in the newspaper. But what is the actual meaning of this, how it is executed, what are the steps, I would say I'm zero in that. So I think that is a real help to bankers as well as students for whom you're hosting this entire batch. This is such a wonderful compilation of a batch, a wonderful package that you're offering. And let me tell you also, if you have any doubts around this package, you can ask us so that I can put those questions to sir and he would obviously help you to answer them. And in short, मुझे तो यही समझ आया कि अगर हम इन sessions की बात करें, they will be conducted once in every week, right? And that is also on Sunday. Again, the best part. Then all these sessions will cover circulars which are so lengthy, whereby summarizing them into very useful information. Then not only the circulars, it will also cover the professional advice from sir, which will help you to excel in your career, right? Whether if you are in banking or if you are a prospective candidate to the banking, both area में आपको help करने वाला है. And not only for the examination point of view, this will also help you for your interviews. Now, also for those students, this part was for the bankers. Now, also for the students जो कि prepare कर रहे हैं banking के लिए, आपको हर एग्जाम में अब आप देखते हो 6 महीने के सर्कुलर आते ही है. तो ये उन लोगों के लिए भी बहुत हेल्पफुल होगा जो स्टूडेंट्स प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज आप एक एक्सपीरियंस्ड बैंकर से इन टर्म्स को समझने वाले हैं. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, इट्स अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस, राइट? तो आई थिंक दैट इज वंडरफुल. एंड अगेन वन मोर इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज दैट द वैलिडिटी इज ऑफ 1 ईयर. दैट मींस पूरा 1 साल में जितना सर्कुलर आएगा, दैट मींस अप्रैल में अगर आप स्टार्ट करते हो तो अप्रैल आज जैसे अगर हम मान लेते हैं फॉर एग्जांपल मार्च एंड नेक्स्ट ईयर तक आपको सारे सर्कुलर्स सर कवर करके देंगे, वो पूरा समराइज करके आपको देंगे, पीडीएफ्स देंगे, so that you don't face difficulty at any point of time. So it would be like सब कुछ बना के सर आपको देंगे and you just have to follow it as it is, right sir?
Exactly. We will try to put some MCQ kind of thing also at the end. We'll try to at least to test them how they understood all those things which you are explaining them. Let's see how things are happening. But anyway, it will be very much useful for everybody, like bankers, those who are aspiring to be a banker, those who are going for exams, interviews. For everybody, these things will be very much useful. RBI circulars, latest updates, means current affairs in the banking and financial industries. Tips for everybody, each and everybody, every situation we will try to give some tips, because that is the only thing people are lacking nowadays. Like there was a period, people who used to get promoted from scale 1 to scale 2 after 10 to 12 years, 13 years. Now within a span of 10 years, now people are becoming scale 4, means a chief manager. Chief manager of around they call DRM, and someone like deputy regional manager, something in the entire region, they'll be heading around, means second man. So in those situations, people, if they are not aware of all those things, there will be a lot of issues, because they may have to deal with a lot of customers. Sitting in administrative offices means only compliance. Compliance and compliance. You have to comply with all the regulatory guidelines, and you have to solve all those complaints from the customers. So until unless you are not aware of all those developments, it will be very difficult for you. So it will be useful to everyone.
Right. And 2-3 things that I missed, that along with the validity of 1 year, you get all the videos in recorded form. As Sir said, he will provide you PDF, MCQ questions. The list is not ending. And above all, the mentor would be Murugan sir himself, right? So अभी तक जितना भी आता था, मैं और प्रवीण सर कवर करते थे, निकिता मैम कवर करती थी, but this time we have our head mentor, right? Murugan sir, who's himself expert. Followed by this will not only provide you knowledge, but yes, confidence as well to be in the banking industry, right? And to prove your, your knowledge, your learning, आप prove कर सकते हो 4 लोगों के सामने बैठ के कि yes, I am aware of it. And also you can be mentored to some other people who are not aware of it. So this is a chain. ये पूरा chain बनता जाएगा. आप यहाँ सीख रहे हैं, आप किसी और को सिखाएंगे, and this will go on. So this is really wonderful, sir. Let me tell everyone about the batch also. एक बार मैं batch दिखा देती हूँ कि कैसे वो enroll करके आप तक पहुंच सकते हैं. Anything you want to add, sir? तब तक मैं show कर देती हूँ.
No, all fine, everything fine. Means they very much these things will be very much useful for you in any way. So try to join at the maximum and replace the services which are provided. Means it will be very much useful for you in your banking career. Yeah.
Okay. So what you have to do, आपको क्या करना है in order to enroll for this circulars, RBI circulars. Again, I would specifically say कि ये ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ बैंकर के लिए है. रादर जो लोग स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनके लिए तो ये और ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज इंटरव्यू स्टेज पे आपसे जो एक वो कॉन्फिडेंस होता है ना, लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस हो जाता है बिकॉज हमें इंटरनल प्रोसीजर नहीं समझ आता. I think Murugan sir will be best coach and guide, a mentor to you in that case, having so much experience, so varied experience of banking industry, right? So let me tell you, आपको क्या करना है, आपको adda247.com विजिट करना है, या फिर आप adda247 की ऐप डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. ऐप का जो लिंक होता है हर एक सेशन के डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिया होता है, आप उसे क्लिक करके डायरेक्टली वो आपको प्ले स्टोर पे ले जाएगा ना, वहां से डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. बाकी अदरवाइज मैं आपको प्रोसेस यहाँ दिखा देती हूँ. तो आप जैसे ही विजिट करेंगे आपको क्लिक करना होगा JAIIB CAIIB पे. नाउ क्लिक ऑन JAIIB और क्लिक ऑन CAIIB, आपको दोनों पे सर का बैच मिल जाएगा. तो नाउ यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन व्यू ऑल. जैसे ही आप व्यू ऑल पे क्लिक करोगे यू विल फाइंड RBI सर्कुलर्स 2022, राइट. इट विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 8th of May एंड एनरोल करने का जो प्रोसेस है, right? So let's see all the things we have already discussed. Still, if you want to go through it, you can. One of the most important point is that this is two-way interactive sessions. So बहुत सारे लोग कई बार मैसेज करते हैं कि मुर्गन सर से आप बात करवा सकते हो क्या, उनसे डाउट पूछ रहे हैं. So I think that's a good platform कि वो आपसे डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं और अपने डाउट्स कवर कर सकते हैं. Any professional advice that they're seeking for, I think you will be the best person to help them. Then there would be detailed analysis. It will be covering circulars of 2021 and 22-23, which will help you in JAIIB, CAIIB, internal bank promotion exam, also pre-recruitment exam, covering important updates from banking and financial world. And it's a yearly subscription package, right? With weekend classes plus PDF followed by the questions that sir told. कि एक छोटा सा टेस्ट भी वो आपका लेते रहेंगे कि आपने क्या क्या टेक अवेज रहे आपके, कितना आपको अच्छे से समझ आया. Right, so all this will be provided, but again, just do remember, because of the limited availability, this batch is it has limited seats. तो जितना आप जल्दी enroll कर सकते हैं, that is good, because जैसे ही seats full हो जाएंगी, ये batch store से हट जाएगा. ठीक है. तो time भी बहुत अच्छा सा है, 10 AM to 11 AM, right? So you can enroll in this batch. Process is easy, and the best part is कि आप कोशिश करें कि आज enroll कर ले. Because आज अगर आप करोगे तो this is the last day for 81% sale. So today, आज जो है वो 81% sale का last day है, right? तो enroll करने का जो आपका अगर मन है तो अभी कर लो, because आपको बहुत minimum cost में पड़ेगा, because we really don't want you to pay a higher amount. We really want you to provide services at a minimum cost. So if you use this code Y183 and you click on apply, you see यहाँ पे आपको 75 मिल रहा है, यहाँ 15 मिल रहा है, but this code, see, I'll show you. If you apply each 75, okay, you see the price, it is 999, and if you apply the code Y183, it is 799. So again, this price will further reduce by 1% अगर आप point select कर लेते हो. तो आप ऐप के थ्रू अगर enroll कर रहे हो ना, तो आप point select कर लो, ऐप डाउनलोड करके point select कर लीजिएगा. This will give you a discount of additional 1%. Right, so 81% off हो जाएगा, and the price will come to 799. That's bare minimum, right, for a year. तो काफी ज्यादा डिस्काउंट है आपको आज अगर आप इसमें एनरोल करते हैं, and I'm sure this is going to reap benefits for a long period of time. Students अगर आप हैं तो आपको जरूर करना चाहिए, because आगे आपको ये अपने बैंकिंग करियर में एक्सेल करने में जरूर मदद करेगा. जैसे सर बता रहे हैं ना कि क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आप फेस कर सकते हो. He is there to guide you and mentor you. A full year subscription with a banking mentor. With a banker, basically, I would say, who has so much of experience, is wonderful in itself, and that too at a bare minimum cost of 800. ये भी और कम हो जाएगा अगर आप point select कर लेते हैं तो, right? So इसके बाद आपको क्या करना है? You have to click on continue, and then you have to make the payment, fill the details, and make the payment. So this is how you can enroll. आपको ज़्यादा difficulty ना हो, इसीलिए we have provided you the link of batch in the chat of Facebook or your YouTube. जिसे आप directly connect करके enroll कर सकते हैं. Don't wait for this. Don't think for this. This is a very minimum amount for the knowledge that you're gaining. I would say there is no equity right? कि अगर आप देखो the amount of knowledge and coverage you are getting with respect to the amount that you are paying, उसमें कोई भी equity नहीं है, because बहुत कुछ आप learn करने वाले हैं. So you just have to press on continue, make the payment, and you'll be part of it. It is starting from May 8th, that is a Sunday. तो इसी Sunday से, coming Sunday से आपका classes शुरू हो जाएगा. That is good. तो start ही होने वाला है. So I think that's how you can enroll and keep preparing. This is really going to be wonderful, sir. I will also be one student there joining this batch from 10 to 11, because I am really excited to see the questions that are coming from both the ways, the answers, the solution everyone is getting, and again followed by the knowledge that I'm going to gain. I'm sure बहुत knowledgeable sessions ये होने वाले हैं with varied learning, and thank you for taking this. You know, इतनी ज़्यादा demand रहती है इसकी कि कोई circulars पढ़ के दिखा दे, तो this is something we should be obliged for, that you took this initiative to come up with something like this and help the entire banking fraternity. So anything, sir, you want to add?
No, all the best, very best part is coming exams also, because now the question exams are getting tougher. That is the only thing we advise people to at least prepare for 4 to 5 months nowadays, because it's not going to be so easy. And along with that, we will try to cover you up with all these RBI circulars also, so that some questions which you could not able to understand during the exam, they will be somewhat easy once you cover all these circulars also. That's the only aim. What we are trying is to do our best to clear your exam, to feel very comfort in your banking career, and try to excel wherever you are willing to. That's all from all our side. All the very best.
All the very best to you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. Thank you, sir.